Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a look using the new Colourpop Soul and Mar collection. I mainly just used the Mar palette, but I did dip into the Soul palette a little bit, just for like one shade. I just really wanted to focus on the Mar palette because I felt like Colourpop hasn't only come out with a palette that looks like this with blues and stuff. And even though the Soul palette is different a little bit from what they have come out with like some shades, I feel like we've all kind of seen like the warm oranges and stuff like that. So I felt like it would be more fun to play around with the blues and stuff. And I love this look that I came out with. I mentioned later in the video as I'm doing my makeup, I really do think that this blue shade that I put all over my lid is probably one of the best Colourpop eyeshadows that I've ever tried. It is such a beautiful shade. It is so pigmented. It is so metallic. It is so creamy and buttery. It is so beautiful, and I feel like they did this palette right. I love this color so much. It isn't too much of like a review on the collection or anything, more just like a tutorial using the palettes. I guess I used one shade in this palette, but mostly this one. To show the ultra blotted lips that are a part of this collection too, but none of them really went with the look that I created, so I didn't wear one of them, but I did swatch two of them on my lips so you guys could see that, because it was kind of like I was trying to see which one would match, but they didn't. Maybe just like a tutorial with it, pretty chill tutorial. If you guys do want to see swatches of this collection, I do have them over on my Instagram, which I will link down below for you guys to see that. The only thing I don't have from the collection are the 4 highlighters because they didn't send them over, and I didn't pick any of them up when they launched because I have so many highlighters. So that was the only thing I don't have from the collection, but I'm pretty sure you guys are here for the palettes anyway. Even though I didn't use this palette, from swatching it, I thought it was beautiful. This like hot pink shade it doesn't look hot pink in the pan, but like once you swatch it, it's such a beautiful like bright hot pink color, which I think was so pretty, and I probably will do a look with that soon. Maybe not film it, but I will do one like on Instagram or something, hopefully. That palette was also really good, so I just really wanted to play around with blues because I like blue, and I feel like the look that I did is really easy to recreate, but it still makes a bold statement with the blue all over the lid. Really love the look that I came up with. I think it is so freaking pretty. So if you guys want to see how I got this look right here, then just keep watching. So I have both palettes. This is the Soul palette, and then this is the Mar palette. The Soul palette kind of looks like a couple other of their palettes. I do really like this. I think this like hot pink in the center is definitely really different than like what they've had before. I also really like this packaging, but like the oranges and stuff, I feel like I've done looks with colors like that already, so I don't really want to do too much with that one. I might maybe jump into like maybe some of the mattes in there, but I don't know. The Mar palette is definitely speaking to me though. I really like the blue in here, so I think I'm gonna do that, or play with those colors at least. Jump into the like transition shade in this palette. So yeah, I really like this packaging. I hope they keep making their palettes in that kind of packaging. So I'm gonna go into this color in the Soul palette. It's called New Digs. I still get confused with their names and stuff because they're always backwards. This isn't gonna be too much of like a review on like the shadows and stuff, because I feel like all of the palettes work pretty much the same. Like I find the formula is pretty consistent with all their palettes. So I'm just taking that shade. It's just like a really pretty light peachy neutral. It's like a good transition color. So I'm just putting that in my crease. I really want to do like a blown out blue eye look. That like center blue shade in the Mar palette is just really speaking to me. When I swatched it, I was so excited to use that shade. So I'm kind of bringing that, I'm gonna bring all the colors pretty out here. I really like this transition shade. It reminds me of Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek, but maybe like a tad bit warmer or like a little bit darker, but it's a really good transition shade. Now that I've done that, I think that might be the only color I'm going to use from the Soul palette. I don't know, we'll go back to it if we need to. So I'm going into the Mar palette. I'm going to take this brown. This one is Sorbet, I think. I don't know. I always get confused with their shades. This mirror in here is actually really nice. I usually don't like to use mirrors from the palette because they're either like too big or like too small, but it's this one's like perfect. Really hope they keep this packaging. I think it's a lot better. It's their same packaging as like their powders and stuff. By the way, I don't remember if I mentioned, but my eyes were primed and set before. So I want to take this blue shade. I'm scared. I don't know if I should go in with the other shade first. Let's just do it. I'm gonna go in with the blue Detour. And I'm going to put that here. I'm going really lightly. She's pigmented. I'm barely taking anything because I want to kind of build this color up. I also just want it to blend in to the shadow, so I don't want to do too much. I just want something that it will blend, so it's not just like blue-brown. I want it to blend in with the crease colors. I'm just going to build that color up. Promise this color isn't like patchy or like not pigmented. I'm really like barely taking anything on my brush. Like I'm literally just going like and tapping off the excess because I just want like a wash of it, and then going back with Sorbet to blend those two colors together. Now that I have like that wash of blue in there, like I said, I just put that color in there so I had something from like the shimmer to blend into the brown. I'm taking a little bit of my Eye Candy Cosmetics liquid sugar just so the shimmer will really stick to my lid. I always do this with shimmer shadows just because I do have hooded eyes and it just makes my life easier, so everything like doesn't transfer. So I'm just putting that on my lid, and I'm gonna go into that center shade, which is Gridlock. I'm going to wet my brush because that's also gonna help it just stick to my lid. So oh my god, that is so freaking pretty. Wow. And I'm gonna put that pretty much everywhere. Like I just want this really blended out, smoked out. Like I want this everywhere. And see, having that blue down really, like once I start blending the shimmer out, because I want it to be really blown out, it's just gonna really blend into that blue, and it just made it so much easier so it's not just like a harsh line. Oh my god, this color is so pretty. I think this might be one of the best shadows that Colourpop has ever done. It is so beautiful. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna take a clean brush and I'm gonna blend that shimmer out the edges. I really just want that to be everywhere. I'm like obsessed with this color. It is so pretty. So yeah, once you blend the shade out, obviously you're gonna lose some of the metallicness to the shadow, but I'm gonna go back and just put that back down. I'm obsessed with this eyeshadow. Oh my god. I knew from the minute I swatched it that I was gonna be obsessed. So I'm literally putting that all over my lid, all the way to the outer corner. I just finished up both eyes. I'm gonna do the rest of my face and everything, and I'll be right back to do the lips and show you guys the lip products and stuff. Now that I did the rest of my makeup and everything, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lower lash line. My nose highlight has no chill right now, so let's just ignore that. It's like extremely bright today, but whatever. I like it like that. If you don't like it, I don't really care. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Mar palette again, and I'm gonna take Sorbet and I'm gonna put that on my lower lash line. Can't decide if I just want to keep all the blue on top. I kind of do though. I never really just put one shimmer across the lid, and I really like it. So I really just like the pop of blue. Like, I think it's so pretty. Also, I don't have the Fenty Moroccan palette yet, but from the swatches, it looks like this blue is extremely similar to that blue that's in the Fenty palette. So, I mean, I'm gonna pick up the Fenty palette regardless, but maybe if you guys don't want to, or like you really just want the blue, I feel like this color is extremely similar to that one, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep all the blue on top. I am gonna take a little bit of this dark brown, which is top down, and put that on the outer corner, kind of extending that out to kind of create that winged out effect, just to kind of give my eye some shape. I don't like too much of like an inner corner shade in that palette, or either one of those palettes actually, so I'm just going to take my highlighter and put that in my inner corner. It's just the Anastasia and Amrezy highlight. Put my lashes on really quick, and yeah. Put lashes on. These are the Makeup Shack Kehlanii lashes. They're my favorites. I love them. But yeah, I'm living for this look. I'm really happy I just went for the blue on the lid because I didn't want to take away from the blue, so I just wanted to keep the lower lash line pretty simple. This whole look is actually really simple, but it's pretty like bold. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's really simple to recreate, but it's still a bold look. So I am loving it. So part of this collection too, there was three the other one out. 3 ultra blotted lips. There was Vitamin C, which is more of like a peachy or nude. There's Soda Pop, which is like a mauve color, and then Ocean Avenue, which is like a red orange. I post the swatches like I mentioned earlier. All the swatches are on my Instagram if you want to see all of them. They will be linked down below to my Instagram, but I think I'm gonna go with Vitamin C. Yeah. Ultra blotted lips are just like a tint, so I'm just gonna put that. They have a really weird texture. They're like, they feel like powder. It's really weird. Let me see. How does that look? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this lip with this look. Let's change that out. Let me see how this one looks. This one is Soda Pop. It's like a mauve. I feel like I don't like any of these colors with this look, so that's canceled. I'm just gonna put a gloss on, I think. This one is Steelo. This one's actually really close to the Fenty Gloss Bomb, but a little bit more metallic. How are we feeling? How are we liking this lip? I feel like I kind of like it. Actually, yeah, I really like it. Okay, let me dust away this powder. Alright, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I love this look. It's really rare for me to just put like one shimmer all across the lid without doing like a deeper outer corner or anything. And just the, by blending out the shimmer and stuff, it really like creates more of like a depth in the outer corner where you don't have to put like an outer corner color. That's what I like about blending out shimmer sometimes. Sometimes you don't need like a crease color and stuff because the shimmer will kind of have some depth in it once you like blend it out and stuff. I don't know, does that make sense? I feel like I'm kind of making sense, you know? But I love it. I love this look so much. I honestly, truly think that this shadow from the Mar palette, the blue shade that I used all over my lid, I think this is one of Colourpop's best eyeshadows by far. It is so pigmented. It is so bright and metallic. Even when I swatched it, it swatched beautifully. I even think if you didn't even use the color wet, I think it would still look really pretty. Obviously, when you wet your brush and stuff, it makes the color more metallic. which is the look that I was going for, so I wanted to wet it. But it's such a beautiful, beautiful color. Said I really, really do. I don't have the Fenty palette yet, but from Swatches, this shade looks so similar to the color that's in the Fenty palette. So if you kind of just want that one blue color in the Fenty palette and you don't want to spend, because I know the Fenty palettes are kind of expensive, that shadow is really, really good. And I like the other shadows in it too. The blue wasn't my, like the matte blue wasn't like my favorite matte blue, but you know, the palette's only 12 bucks, so I like it. I think it was still good, and I think it really did make a difference of putting that shade in my crease and stuff to really just kind of blend everything together. So I really like this look. I'm obsessed with it. I can't wait to take pictures because I feel like it's gonna look really pretty. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.